All right. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, faculty, honored guests, proud families, and most importantly, the remarkable registered nursing class of 2025. It is with immense pride and joy that I welcome you to the celebration for the registered nursing pinning ceremony for the class of 25. Today marks the culmination of tireless efforts, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to learning. This gathering is not only a celebration of academic achievement, but also a tribute to each graduate's devotion to the field of nursing. To our graduates, your journey has been nothing short of inspiring. You've met every challenge with courage, embraced the intensity of your training, and shown remarkable perseverance and adaptability. This day stands as a testament to your strength and the sacrifices you've made. You are now stepping into a profession that calls for compassion and a deep sense of responsibility toward others. The pinning ceremony is a cherished tradition. It symbolizes your transformation from a student to a professional nurse. The pin you receive today is more than just a token. It signifies your entry into a respected legacy. It stands for the trust society places in you, the responsibility you now carry, and the profound impact you will have on countless lives. As you move forward, hold tight to the value of empathy. Nursing goes beyond tasks and treatments. It is a calling to bring comfort and care during the most vulnerable moments in people's lives. Your hands will heal, your presence will soothe, and your knowledge will guide those in need. Let the values you've nurtured here guide you in every setting you enter. Be a voice for your patients, a support to your fellow healthcare workers, and a lifelong learner in the ever-evolving world of medicine. Remember, every challenge is a chance to grow, and every experience will shape you into the nurse you're meant to be. In closing, to the extraordinary registered nursing class of 2025, congratulations. Your passion, resilience, and dedication have led you to this moment. As you wear your pin with pride, may it forever remind you of the meaningful journey you've taken and the many lives you will touch ahead. And at this point, I would like to say, I'm so proud of you, and I would like to introduce you to the provost of our college who came to speak to you and share some thoughts, Provost Denise Aberlay-Canada.
Good evening and welcome. And this is definitely the best looking group of RNs we've ever had. You guys agree? Absolutely. Well, to all the family and friends here this evening who have supported through your journey, I'd like to leave you with a few words. If you don't remember anything else tonight, I think in here there's probably a nugget someday when you might be frustrated in your career choice or having a bad day where hopefully you'll look back on this and you might remember one little thing. What an honor it is to celebrate this with you. And as I reflected on this moment, two images came to my mind: a toolbox and a bridge, which really have nothing to do with nursing, but I'll tie it up for you here in just a minute. Each of you now has a toolbox that's filled with the things that you've learned through every lecture, every clinical rotation, every late night and early morning that you've spent studying. It's filled with the essential tools of clinical knowledge, critical thinking, adaptability, and above all, compassion. And here's the truth. If you have the right tools, even the most challenging job can be accomplished well. That's what nursing is, a series of challenges, each met with purpose, preparation, and heart. And now there's the bridge. Nurses are the bridge between uncertainty and understanding, between pain and relief, between a diagnosis and the dignity of care. You walk that bridge every day, and you help others cross it when they can't do it by themselves. And in doing so, you become a symbol of hope for those you are helping. This pin is more than a milestone that you're receiving tonight. It's a promise that you are ready, equipped, and steady. And I know your faculty. I have no doubt that you are all very well equipped for your next part of this journey. So carry your toolbox with pride. Keep building bridges with grace, and never forget the strength that you carry, not just in your hands, but in your heart with the people that you will meet someday and that you're going to be the primary caregivers for. And I found this anonymous quote that I thought was also very touching. You know, save one life and somebody calls you a hero. Save 100 lives and they call you a nurse. So thank you very much. And on behalf of the College of Western Idaho, President Jones, the Board of Trustees, and myself, we are very proud of you, and I hope to see every one of you tomorrow night at our graduation celebration at BSU. So don't be shy, say hello. Thank you.
My name is Melanie Gear, and I have the privilege of introducing our first student speaker, Becky Swain. Becky is an honors graduate of the College of Western Idaho's nursing program. Before nursing school, she spent 10 years developing and delivering a research-back music curriculum designed to help kids fall in love with music and with themselves. Her grit and sense of humor were forged in the chaos of raising 4 exceptional children, handing tambourines to rooms full of toddlers, and guiding 3rd graders through the magical process of composing original music. Becky credits her success to the unwavering support of her family, especially her husband of 20 years, who always says yes to her wildest ideas, including nursing school in her very, very, very late 20s. She looks forward to spending time at the bedside where her compassion and problem-solving skills can shine. And while she swears she never wants to crack open another textbook, she's already researching plans for a CCRN certification, because of course she is. We're honored to welcome Becky as one of today's student speakers.
This could be really interesting because I decided to try contacts for the first time in a couple of years. And it turns out I can't read with them. So this is going to be real fun. I did not think this day would ever come, and not in an, oh, this is such a beautiful journey kind of way, but more like I sincerely thought I would spontaneously combust halfway through pharmacology. Just poof, puff of smoke, half-drunk Red Bull, no Becky. For most of my adult life, and for all of this program, I have had an intense amount of imposter syndrome. And I don't know where that comes from either, because I've done some really cool stuff. I started my own company, and I ran it for 10 years. I've put together IKEA furniture without crying or swearing. Come on. But nothing has had me more unhinged than the manual vital signs checkoff. My gosh, you guys remember that project, right? Very cool. I've hit my intensity minutes for the week. Okay, vital signs checkoff. Very first semester, we had a partner, we had a buddy, we had to show up, and our buddy would do vital signs on us, and we would do vital signs on our buddy. My buddy did not show up. So did I get to pull a student from the hallway, just some random kid? Oh, no. No. Did I get to do these vital signs on a Sims mannequin? Also, no. I had to do them on a real, live, living, breathing nursing instructor. Somebody who had eyeballs that were staring at me, sweating through my deodorant. And they had the power to kick me out. Holy cortisol, Batman. Like, oh my gosh. So we made it through that check off, but we can't leave first year without talking about Wallace. They know, you don't know, so let me introduce you. Wallace was our Sims mannequin, so grumpy, so Southern, voiced by our beloved Sean. And there I was in this, probably it was the first Sims, trying to teach Wallace something that he needed to know. My nursing buddy had done all the skills, and I thought, you know what a real nurse would do here? A real nurse would provide some education. So I decided to teach Wallace how to use the incentive spirometer. And I get done teaching Wallace, and I hear this old man mannequin voice, and I swear there could not have been a straight face in the control booth with the teachers, because Wallace says under his breath, I think you're supposed to suck, not blow. Anyway, I looked this up 3 times and pulled the class before we all walked in here. My little RT buddies, for real, it suck, right? I taught Wallace how to blow out birthday candles with the incentive spirometer. Nursing school has had its lows, but it's also had its highs. And for me, the highest of the highs have been the people that I've met. On the very first day of that clinical skills class that we had, we got to the end of that, and I thought, oh my goodness, there's no way I can get through the next 2 years of this if I don't have somebody to laugh about it with. So I looked around the room for somebody who could match my level of crazy, locked eyes. And on the way out that day, I sidled up next to her and I said, hey, want to be my best friend? She looked me up and she looked me down and she said, yeah, let's do it. And all of us are here because we've found our ride or die. We found our besties. We found the people that have gotten us through. We've cried together over Foley care kits, and then immediately turned around and offered the crying person half of our gas station breakfast burrito. You know it's true. Sorry, this is where I actually need to see what we're doing. All right. I wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for my besties, and especially if it weren't for someone whispering in my ear, don't blow it, literally. To my classmates, you magnificent bunch of chaos goblins, I love you. You are phenomenal. You've handed me and those next to you flashcards and gum and caffeine and clean clinical packets and grace. We've survived care plans and group projects and going to clinicals at an hour no one should be required legally to function at. We've shared memes and trauma, often in the same breath. You are brilliant, you are determined, you are a tiny bit demented, and I love you. To our families, boy, you guys have put up with a lot. Thank you for loving us when we said totally unhinged things like, I just need to memorize 43 chapters by tomorrow, and I haven't slept since last Tuesday. Thank you for holding us up when we could not hold ourselves up anymore. Thank you for making sure we had more to eat than gas station breakfast burritos. And thank you for letting us teach you about pressure wounds at the dinner table. To our instructors who broke us, who crushed our hubris so that they could, that wasn't the funny part, crushed our hubris so that they could build us up into critically thinking human beings. That sucked, but I get it. And now I really appreciate it. Thank you for the endless answered emails, the cookies, the emotional support during clinicals, and Sims debriefs. And most especially, thank you for all the information we need to stay out of prison. Today, we become nurses. We're now the kind of nurses who know that an incentive barometer is not for training for birthday candles, the kind who advocates for our patients, the kind who cares, the kind who listens, and the kind who survived this program. When I was looking for a nursing program, I asked nurses that I trusted and respected which program they suggested I apply to. And they all, without exception, said CWI or NNU, and I don't have NNU money. So here we are. Thank you to the faculty who guided us, the friends who held us up, and to Maggie, who always knew when I needed a chocolate or a joke. And now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom like the real licensed professional I am.
Hi. I'm Belinda Snow, and I get the honor of introducing Maggie O'Hara, your second student speaker. Maggie O'Hara will be graduating from the nursing program with honors, proving two things. She studied really hard, and her caffeine tolerance is now at an Olympic level. Maggie has been in healthcare since the age of 15, which either makes her incredibly dedicated or just very bad at sitting still. Over the years, she's worn many different hats working in hospitals, various care facilities, and for the past 5 years in home health and hospice. The last chapter is where she found her heart's work, walking alongside patients and families during some of their life's most meaningful moments, with equal parts compassion and comedic timing. After graduation, she'll be starting her role as a nurse case manager in home health and hospice, where she plans to continue building deep bonds with patients and families, and maybe also perfecting her ability to chart while holding a casserole and a therapy dog. In class, Maggie was known for being someone who could always make you laugh with her quick wit and her ability to lighten even the most stressful moments. She definitely was. Her wisecracks became legendary, but behind every joke was a fierce dedication to this calling. She credits her amazing parents, Kevin and Bonnie, wherever you're at, for giving her the tools to succeed, a sharp sense of humor, an even sharper work ethic, and a heart that insists on showing up for people no matter what. Today, she brings her heart, her humor, and probably a few nursing school flashbacks to the stage as one of your student speakers. It is my honor to present to you your student speaker, Mag Daddy.
They said they weren't going to say that part, so that's nice. I'm going to try to get through this without being emotional. We'll see how it goes. Good evening to my fellow graduates, our dedicated faculty and administrators, our families, our friends, and everyone watching from home. If you're out there, hope that link works. Fingers crossed. Thank you for being here with all of us on this unforgettable day. I can't even believe we made it, you guys. Wow. For those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Maggie O'Hara, and I have the absolute honor and privilege of my life grinding through nursing school with everybody here. And you guys, I think we're a pretty special class. I think that the love that we have for each other is something that doesn't happen all the time. I think that's why we're their favorites. Okay, it's hard to believe how quickly these 4 semesters have flown by. The days were long, so long. But the time itself was so fast. It vanished. I can still see myself at orientation, nerves buzzing, feeling a mix of excitement and fear, telling myself, you worked so hard to get here. Maggie, for the love, do not mess this up. And I'm happy to report, so far, so good. It was close there for a minute at times, but and like many of you, I've had moments where imposter syndrome, just like Becky talked about, crept in, questioning if I really belonged here, if I was really capable of knowing all of the things that they told us we need to know. But you know what? We did it. We did this for ourselves. And I'm just so impressed with us. Sorry, I'm going a little off script right now. The truth is But every late night study session, every tear shed over yet another Kaplan exam trying to figure out if you actually passed it or not, like, I still don't know. I don't know how to figure that out. And every exhausted morning, dragging ourselves to clinicals, we did that together, all of us. We turned in the assignments, sometimes by the skin of our teeth, survived the simulation labs, crushed the head-to-toe assessments, even if we cringed while we watched back every single take. We've laughed, we've panicked, we've caffeinated ourselves into oblivion, and yet we're here, standing triumphantly, mostly sane, you know? I wanted to take a minute to also remember some of my personal favorite highlights, like the sweet joy of seeing all of the babies who came into the families of our classes. Yeah. Those of you raising children on top of nursing school, how are you doing it? Those were definitely, those pictures and videos were rays of sunshine on some of the hardest days. So thank you for sharing them. Or being called out in class for making really expressive faces. It turns out, am not a duck on top of water. The early Saturday morning study groups, shout out to Becky and Ruby and Rulia and the Torg and our sweet Robert, every single Saturday being there. You guys saw me at my most feral. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I also want to say thank you to Kat and Cameron for sharing the recordings. Those were truly life-saving. Love you. Yeah, truly. And thank you to Scott and Phoenix for the study guides. You definitely got me through first semester. Wow. Oh, and how could I forget? The look of defeat on Jeffrin's face when Andrea went ahead and insisted that they switch tutus because she knew hers would fit him. Or how about everybody yelling during that day, "Spin that wheel! Spin that wheel!" Yeah, that was good stuff. To the brave soul who let their intrusive thoughts fly during our corrections nursing part of the lecture. We salute you, bold and unfiltered. Who among us could forget old Wallace? I know Becky talked about him, but man, that man is legendary. And that frail, old Southern voice of that woman, wow. Yeah, you dug deep for that one, Sean. And of course, the moments where we heard things about how Candace held her own in the most chaotic code, garnering respect and praise from her preceptor to our instructors. That's incredible, Candace. Yeah, good job, girl. Or Sadie calling it out when she saw that a patient was having a neurostatus change and was able to intervene so quickly that woman's stroke is definitely much better than it would have been had she not been there. Good job, you guys. That was the moment where I think it really all came together for us. We saw the bigger pictures. And of course, the unfiltered, raw relief of passing the pharmacology final. My God. I have never needed more Tums in my life. To our families and chosen friends that are here or elsewhere, thank you. Thank you for letting us vent and cry and practice so many skills on you. I'm still trying to get my dad to let me do an IV. Thank you for enduring our wild nursing rants and for being there during the breakdowns and breakthroughs that we all had. We couldn't have done this without you all here, and we won't be able to step into the next chapter of our careers without your continued support and presence. We're all thankful for you, and I think it's right for us as a class to take an opportunity and thank our families. To our faculty, hey guys. There truly are not enough words. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience and tireless investments into our success. For guiding us through complex disease processes and even more complex ethical dilemmas. For hammering in K-wipes, 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 K-wipes. And also teaching us to scrub that hub for at least 15 seconds. For laughing with us, for encouraging us, and calming us down in the moments of our panics. Thank you. Thank you. You've taught us more than skills. You've modeled compassion, resilience, and professionalism, and we are better because of you. You guys want to say thank you to them too? To my classmates. Hey. I am so deeply honored to know each and every one of you. We've sacrificed so much. Sleep, time with our families, peace of mind, all in the name of becoming the kind of nurses the world desperately needs right now. In a world filled with uncertainty, we are the ones who will show up, who will reach out, who will care. And that's pretty radical. That's powerful. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, and people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." You all live this truth. You make people feel safe, seen, and cared for. And I am endlessly proud to walk beside you into this next chapter. Before I close, I wanted to share something that's pretty personal to me. I haven't really talked about it in nursing school, but my grandmother was a nurse, way back in the day, wearing the whites and the heels. I don't know how she did it. And she embodied everything that I hope to be in this profession. Steady, kind, fiercely compassionate. After she passed away, I received a card from one of her old neighbors, and inside of it was a story that I had never heard before. About 40 years ago now, my grandmother cared for this neighbor's mother who was dying of cancer. This was a time when people didn't even say the word cancer. They couldn't talk about it. They didn't know how. It was isolating and frightening, but my grandmother stepped forward. She showed up. She gave comfort, dignity, and presence to someone in their final moments. The card read, "Your grandmother made sure my mom never felt alone. She spoke to her like she mattered. She touched her with such gentleness, I have never forgotten it." That's the kind of impact that we will be making on people. And I think it's a real honor and privilege. As we step into this profession, I want to encourage each of you to keep your why close to your heart. I know we all have one. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a moment, maybe it's a calling that's been with you since you were a child. Whatever it is, hold on to it. It will keep you grounded when things get hard. It will remind you that you care and that, it will remind you that the care we give, even if it seems small, deeply matters. And that leads me to one of my personal favorite things about myself, you guys. I tried every time that we would be in clinical to be as obnoxious in the morning as possible, and most importantly, on time. But I liked to send my clinical group out as we dropped you guys off to every floor by saying something along the lines of, I hope you have a great time out there. I hope you get to see and do some really cool stuff. And I love you all. Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys, for getting through what has probably been the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. I have a favor to ask. Can y'all peel my face off the voodoo dolls? Because pharmacology ended a year ago, okay? So the next item on our agenda is to give the Florence Nightingale Award. This award is named after nursing's founder, Florence Nightingale. She was born on May 12th, 1820, and she felt that nursing was her divine purpose. Due to her high performance as a nurse in London, Florence was petitioned to organize a corps of nurses to tend to the soldiers in the Crimean War. In horrible and unsanitary conditions, Florence became a nursing pioneer by addressing sanitation issues within the environment, the food, and the linens. She comforted the wounded soldiers with her compassion, and her work elevated the nursing profession to one of respect. The students of the graduating class vote anonymously for a student in their class that they believe depicts the best of the nursing profession, which is knowledge, caring, compassion, and dedication. So I would like to congratulate the class of 2025 recipient of our Nightingale Award, Phoenix Munden.
I already am. It's too late. No, I can't see the name. All right. We are ready to present you guys with your pins. Congratulations, class of 2025. To start off our class of 2025, Shannon Bice. Mackenzie Bowman. Candace Brenton. Josie Cameron. Scott Christensen. Christian De Leon. Hannah Duell.
Melissa Dixon.
We did it!
Jessica Dunn.
Oso Henruen Jeffrin Ediayi.
Emily Emelander.
Ashley English.
Megan Estes.
Everett Giffen.
Lori Haddon.
Jackson Hagan.
Christiana Hartman.
Holly Hockley.
Jacob Hope.
Maria Kilgore.
Laura Korn.
Sadie Larson.
Cameron Lloyd.
Robert Lockhart.
Ariana Manchak.
Haley Magro.
Hannah McCabe.
Shauna McIndoe.
Chantel Metcalf.
Karen Ruby Miramontes.
Ashley Monroe.
Heather Mooney.
Phoenix Munden.
Zoe Nielsen.
Maggie O'Hara.
Mariah Richardson.
Heather Rickerell.
Vanessa Roberts.
Haley Salisbury.
Rulia Sandoval.
Alexandra Scaramella.
Tenley Shannon.
Katie Scarpness.
Jacob Smith.
Brittany Stevens.
Tyler Stock.
Becky Swain.
Heidi Torgeson.
Catherine Valadez Hernandez.
McCall Van Antwerp.
Andrea Vargova.
Alejandra Weinman.
Congratulations, you guys. You did it. Good job.
Florence Nightingale is considered the founder of modern nursing. She was often called Lady with the Lamp, a reference to how she carried a lamp at night while making rounds to care for wounded soldiers during the Crimean War. Her lamp came to symbolize compassion, vigilance, and unwavering dedication to the needs of patients. The tradition of the nursing pinning ceremony began in the 1860s as a lamp lighting ceremony, inspired by Nightingale's tireless service and unyielding ethical standards. Florence Nightingale would present medals of excellence to graduate nurses and then light a lamp and pass the flame to each new nurse. With this symbolic gesture, each nurse pledged a commitment to ethical practice and professional standards, what we now know as the Nightingale Pledge. Today, the lighting of lamps or candles continues to honor the care nurses provide, as well as their enduring commitment to the profession. Nurses, through their spirit of inquiry, play a vital role in shaping and advancing healthcare. As graduates of the CWI nursing program, you carry forward not only clinical knowledge, but the vision of a better future through innovation, compassion, and community impact. This evening, we add a new layer to this tradition, a celebration of the love of lifelong learning, one of the guiding values of the CWI nursing program. The symbolism tonight will begin with the faculty coming together to light the program candle. Each graduate will then come forward to receive their flame, representing the light of learning and nursing education, to carry with them in their professional practice and within their communities. Faculty, please come forward. Graduates, please stand and come forward. At this time, the faculty of the College of Western Idaho proudly welcome you to the nursing profession. May you remain devoted to the well-being of those entrusted to your care. May you pursue knowledge with curiosity, compassion, and a drive for excellence. And may your light shine brightly, not only in the clinical setting, but in your communities, where your service and leadership will continue to make a meaningful difference. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations. As we conclude the ceremony tonight, we would just like to thank all of you for coming to celebrate with this class. And please join us for a treat in the lobby as we wrap up tonight. Congratulations.